that many of us have heard of the necessity to kill the
What does Islam say about killing the infidels, right? I would say with all honesty, it came from Europe and from the holy wars of that time, and especially from the Crusades.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Allahumma shalli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Berjumpa lagi dengan channel saya Marstechno. Saya doakan semoga semua sahabat dalam keadaan sehat selalu. Pada video kali ini kami akan menampilkan usaha dakwah dari Dr. Sabel Ahmed. Dalam dakwahnya, beliau selalu mengedepankan dialog dengan orang-orang non-muslim, terutama orang Kristen yang ada di Amerika. Mereka dari berbagai kalangan, baik kaum awam maupun orang-orang senior di gereja. Berikut ini adalah mereka yang senior di gereja diundang oleh Dr. Sabel Ahmed dijelaskan mengenai Islam. Walaupun dalam penjelasannya mereka belum puas, mereka hendak mengundang Dr. Sabel Ahmed ke gerejanya untuk menjelaskan Islam kepada jamaat yang di sana. Nah sahabat, mari kita saksikan saja videonya dan saya akan sedikit reaksinya.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Jean had a question. Oh, Jean had it? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Then I will come to you, Pastor.
I don't know how much time we have. This could be a
week-long seminar.
where
Yeah.
We can come back
We
on
have to
Wednesday.
invite you to come to our church.
Sure. I mean, after the program, we can exchange information, and more than welcome, we can come to your church and any other place of worship. Yes, sir.
where did the idea that many of us have heard of the necessity to kill the infidels, the non-believers, how did that develop? Where did that idea come from? How did that develop over, because it's been around for a long time?
Infidels and what does Islam say about killing the infidels, right? I would say with all honesty, it came from Europe and from the holy wars of that time, and especially from the Crusades. That's where the idea came from. There is no concept in Islam of killing the infidels. Just because someone is of a different faith, killing them have no place in Islam. Because the Quran says, as I mentioned, there is no force in Islam for anyone to convert to Islam, number one. Number two, Quran says many times about the unity of humanity, not just the unity of the Muslims. Number three, from the examples of Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he moved from Makkah to Medina, there were many people of other faiths. He accommodated them, he gave them autonomy, he protected them, he gave them identity. If the Quran or Islam would have told him to kill infidels, there would not have been any infidels in the time of Muhammad, peace be upon him. Right? Think about it. You know, Muslims were ruling Spain for 750 years. If they followed that kill the infidels, there would not be a single Jew, Christian living up there. But when Muslims, when they were living by the Sharia in Spain, the Jewish people, they were accommodated. In fact, the golden age of Judaism was under the Muslim Spain. So killing of infidels has no place in Islam. Actually, Islam is opposing to that idea. Islam is against that idea. Saving one innocent person is like saving all of humanity. So for that reason, we have seen, especially in the Muslim Spain, when Muslims started institutions of hospitals and pharmacies and universities, people of different faiths, they used to come and take benefit from those institutions. One of those individuals was Moses Maimonides, a Jewish scholar, the best Jewish scholar ever. He's called as the second Moses. He was born in the Muslim Spain. He moved to Morocco, a Muslim country, a Muslim land. He graduated from the same university that was built by the Muslim lady. And then he moved to the Muslim Egypt to write the Jewish Mishnah. That was the commentary of the Torah. If Muslims were implementing kill the infidels, that story would not be there. Right now, in the Middle East, in the Egypt, there are 15 million Coptic Christians who have been Christians for about 2,000 years. And they're living there. With some aberrations here and there, they're living in peace and harmony. Some of the oldest churches still in existence are in the Muslim land. Even in Iran, they are close to like about 300, 600 churches. If kill the infidels was the norm or the rule of the obligation, there would not be a single Jewish person, Christian person minority in any one of the Muslim lands. But they are by millions. So it's a misconception propagated by people. Media or any other person has no place in Islam. Islam accommodates people of other faiths, give them rights and protection. Islam came to unify humanity. The follower of Islam in chapter 22, verse number 78 is the label of Muslim. The Quran says in that chapter and the verse, but both before and in this, you are called as Muslims. So Islam is the name of the religion and the followers are called as Muslims. A Muslim is someone who submits to God. So if you ask me the question, Sabir, what sect are you? Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi, whatever, I say that I am a Muslim, right? That's the label God gave it to me. But the different groups in Islam, they are not analogous to the different groups in Christianity, Pastor. For example, I have studied some comparative religion, right? I have 300 Bibles in my collection, right? And I say that my wife is not happy about all the collection. They occupy so much space. So the concept of God in Islam is universally exactly the same of all the groups in Islam. Means we say that God is one in one. He is the alone we should worship. He's not three persons, he's not Trinity, he's one in one. But when you look at the Christian different sects, they have different concepts of God. Like for example, the Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't believe in Trinity. Or the Unitarians, they take Jesus only as a prophet. But Catholics and Protestants, they take concept of God as Trinity. But Islam is universally unified with the one concept of God. When it comes to the scriptures, all the Muslims, doesn't matter if you purchase a copy of the Quran in Arabic from Iran or from Saudi Arabia, US, Europe, you will have only one version of the Quran.
Dan mereka banyak
Different translations, but only one version, the original in Arabic language. But when it comes to the Bible, right, you have different versions of the Bible. You may have the Catholic Bible with 73 books, Protestant Bible 66 books, Greek Orthodox Bible 78 books, and different variations of that. So Muslims are all again united with one version of the Quran coming from God, protected. Number 3, all the Muslims in the world, if they ask the question, who is Muhammad, peace be upon him? They would say that he is a prophet of God, the last prophet, flesh and blood. Not God, not son of God, not divine. But when it comes to Jesus, Christians may have different concept of who Jesus was. Some may say that he's only a prophet. Jehovah's Witnesses, they say that he's not divine, he's not part of Trinity, he's only son of God. But majority of the other Christians, they may say that he's part of Trinity. He's divine, he's the son of God. So what I'm saying is that all the Muslims, universally, any country, any time, any age, we're all united in the fundamentals of Islam. And they are labeled as Muslims. They're all Muslims with one faith, one book, one last prophet, and they are all, at the end of the day, part of the one Muslim Ummah, one Muslim nation. But let me add this, right? You may or you may not have this question. So why some infighting between some of them,
Yes,
right?
that's what I was. That's
Read your mind.
Yes, you did.
All right. Infighting is a human problem, not a Muslim problem. Infighting has been there with people of any faith or no faith. Within Hindus, infighting is there for literally centuries, even the caste system. Infighting is there between some groups who call themselves as Christians. You know, the 100-year war that used to be there in France and Germany and Europe. Infighting between the Catholics, the Protestants, the Anglicans in Ireland, South Africa, Europe, even now, by the way. So infighting can be because of historical vengeance. It could be because of oil and power and greed and lack of knowledge. Of all of these reasons, definitely not the Quran. The Quran says in chapter 3, verse number 103, 104, that all the Muslims should be united and not be divided. And we should be holding the rope of God, which is the Quran. And so Islam came to unify humanity.
Masya Allah, penjelasan yang sangat runut dari Dr. Sabel Ahmed. beliau membalikkan pertanyaan kepada mereka bahwasanya tidak diperbolehkan membunuh orang lain yang berbeda agama. Justru orang Eropa lah yang pertama melakukannya, terutama perang salib. Mereka membunuhi orang Islam yang berbeda agama dengan mereka. Di sini juga Dr. Sabel Ahmed ditanya sekte Syiah atau Sunnikah yang dianut oleh Dr. Sabel Ahmed. Dengan lugas beliau menjawab bahwasanya dia beragama Islam sebagai Muslim karena label yang diberikan oleh Allah Subhanahu wa taala adalah Muslim, bukan sekte Syiah atau Sunni. Dijelaskan juga mengenai pertarungan antara beberapa kelompok di antara umat Islam. Mengapa itu terjadi? Dan cerdasnya Dr. Sabel Ahmed menjelaskan itu adalah karakter manusianya, bukan dari agamanya. Kita bisa mengambil contoh di agama Hindu yang juga sering bertempur antara agama mereka, misalnya dalam masalah kasta. Di agama Kristen sendiri banyak pertempuran antara mereka sendiri di Eropa, negara Jerman, Prancis, Italia dan lain-lainnya. Itu bukan karena agama mereka, tapi itu karena pribadi mereka masing-masing atau kepentingan politik. Nah, pada kesempatan ini juga Dr. Sabel Ahmed akan diundang ke gereja mereka untuk menjelaskan Islam karena mungkin mereka belum puas dalam penjelasan dari Dr. Sabel Ahmed yang memang kita ketahui dalam menjelaskan agama Islam sangat runut dan terperinci dan sangat sabar. Nah, sahabat, mungkin itu saja sedikit reaksi dari saya. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.